There you go. Hey, peace, y'all. What's going on, world? Um, Back again. Notorious 27, and my name is Chaz. If you see me on the streets, I've been doing these videos and self-expression lately, and it's been a great service to my health and my everyday activities. With that, I like to stay consistent and be able to grow within these videos alongside with the music, of course, which you guys will see. And the approach is a lot different. um, I don't even want to say the word different. I feel that word gets tossed around a lot in today's um, time, in essence, where we do to express ourselves, and we're always looking for the different route, something new and things like that. And I feel as though, personally, we all can see ourselves in everything that we do when we put our minds to it. And, just being the service of yourself and listening to that inner being within the depths of your soul and not being afraid of that. There's a lot of spirits out there that end up finding themselves lost. And I'm not sure where it stems from. I stray away from diagnosis and getting into that depth of understanding why we do the things we do. However, I'm also aware that someone has to do it, and there's also someone that didn't go to school for it starting out. And that's like most things that we encounter and we're able to experience in life, that the things that we're really good at, we may not necessarily need to go to school for, or we might not necessarily need to have that word of advice from someone that may not even had experienced that in their lifetime to even give you advice on that type of plane of understanding. So I woke up today, this morning, and I noticed that I didn't have any dreams that I remembered. However, I did have a peaceful rest, one that I didn't have in a long time. And I say that because the way that I've adapted to sleeping patterns, whether I stayed up to the break of dawn or I went to sleep early, and this is all in my adulthood now, being mid 20s, and just playing with that and acknowledging the dreams that I may have, or the thoughts that I would wake up to, or just the positioning of how I'm resting my body, which that is the most important. And posture all in itself is energy of how in the moment are you entirely. And subconsciously, you can see my posture now, and like even when I said it, I kind of rose up a little bit, and I have my chest out, and I'm breathing in the depths of my diaphragm, and I feel at one with my environment. And I'm someone that, I'm not a fancy person. I have those behaviors of it. However, it's just, I know my standards for myself. I know my boundaries. And even sometimes you go past the boundaries to exceed that. My whole message is to grow and evolve every day, and to carry the peace and love that we all as humans need. And this is where I feel is my strongest message getting across to the world. Being at one with that, and being kind, however, not letting your kindness be your demise. There is always a time when there's too much of anything. And with that, we have to be able to dissect it and be able to detach when it's necessary. And that's like the main important thing, to be able to see your standpoint. And if the opposition, whomever you're connecting with, if they don't see it eye to eye, why defend yourself? Why feel the need to make your point true for their reality? And that's an important message amongst anything that we learn. This ant trying to crawl on me. Get away from me. I think he knows that he's trying to get to me. And yeah, man, it's just the main word that's been placed in front of me this past month is narcissism, and how we as humans adapt to narcissistic behaviors, and where they I'm looking for this ant. I am just keeping an eye out for him. I'm not so one with my environment. I'm connecting. On the contrary, yeah, narcissism is the root problem that causes a lot of issues, and not knowing why we attract such behavior and why we allow such advantage to be harmful to our health and our beneficial means of existence. And I came to the conclusion that these individuals that have narcissistic tendencies, they might not even know what they're doing. And I've unpacked a lot from my childhood and my adolescent years, because many don't realize how much that takes over your life, your adulthood. Those past experience traumas will carry over into your happiness, your peace, your in the now moment. It's just a thought that stems from situations that we are encountering. How can we detach from that? It's hard, very difficult. It's a challenge that many are not able to overcome. Minus the thought that we as humans are very destructive, and we touch things that might not need to be touched. A lot of times they're not. So with that, how can we be a service for ourselves and create an environment and energy that is only bringing in peace and love, unconditionally as well, and calmness, and somewhat of a content that you're not able to change everything. You can only be the change in everything. Be the change. Pass, fail, make, or miss. Be the change. Something that you do in your style and in your personality is a reflection of those around you. And this is something else that we got to be careful of. There are those that will take your personality and give you theirs for the greater good, more or less, better or worse. And this is important to acknowledge, because with narcissists, they're able to go angered, give you all this energy, and then you react in a way of, ah. Watch out for that. That is very, 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 very neglectful of the self-soul. And that's not even you. That is them. So opposed to playing blame game, they made me, this person, this situation. No. How about we look into ourselves? How about we get a sense of calmness that this person, situation may be trying to test me? We have to be aware entirely. And it's so important to be at one with who you are. If you're someone that likes to be out with others, do it. If you're someone that likes to be alone to yourself, be that. Solitude is different than alone. Solitude is simple as gratitude. Solitude is a sense of energy to conserve, rebuild, recharge. Get back to the thinking. Not overthinking, just letting our minds roam and then pulling it back when we need to focus. And the more that we practice these good habits, the more that we feel at one with who we really are, then at that moment in time, we can honestly say that we are free as the bees, G's. And that's a beautiful feeling. And with the birds singing across the street on the line or in one of the trees above, make sure that you're smiling. Make sure that you genuinely see that you're smiling. See those lines go to your eyes. And watch out for those. If you don't see those lines to their eyes, are they genuinely happy for you? So, mirror reflect who you are, then give it out to the world so they could feel that sense of peace, love. It's been a pleasure speaking to you guys. Stay connected. Reach out. Somebody responded to a last video on my peace and love message, and it hit my heart home. I made a new social media for my Instagram, and I am not connecting with anybody in my town. No family, no friends. So the fact that this person seen my video and I know it's from an outside source, and they let me know how effective my message is and my essence of delivering that message and giving me that kudos, it really genuinely felt good waking up to see that. So I want to keep giving that out there. And like I said, if you guys want to reach out, connect, I definitely will respond soon as I can. And you guys stay blessed. Keep striving through your struggles and put on that hood crown to see all that is for you. All right, my strivers. Take care.